This is our Rover 75. It's a 2005 model, and the Rover 75 is a really nice car to drive, particularly the last couple of years of manufacture, which are 2004, 2005. This one is the diesel, 2 litre diesel version, and it's what they call the CDTI, which was the last version of the diesel engine they made. And the engine that went into this was a BMW engine. It has a fantastic reputation for longevity, and the cam belt on this is actually cam chain, so it doesn't need to be changed, every 100,000 or whatever. It needs a complete change maybe every quarter of a million kilometers. So, in terms of its maintenance cost, we bought this 6 years ago. And other than basic servicing and repairing damage that the rats did, it hasn't cost us anything other than tyres until now. So as you can see, the whole front of this car is off, and the reason it's off is because the fan stopped working and the car suddenly started to overheat. We didn't realise the fan had stopped working until it started to overheat. When I stopped it and got out, I realised that the fan wasn't working, and the fans in these are huge because they cools the radiator and the intercooler and the condenser for the aircon unit. It's a huge fan. I think it's 450 watts, which is enormous. When I went to investigate why the fan wasn't working, I realised that in order to get to it, I'd have to take the whole front of the car off. So it was easier at that stage for me for us rather, to take it to the garage, let them have a look, because at first I thought it was a relay. And they got back to us and said no, the fan was broken and they couldn't find another fan for it. That obviously this is an old car, and it was hard to find parts for it. It's also a car that was manufactured in the UK, so finding parts for it in Spain are quite difficult. So I said, all right, let's just leave it. And I took it home and looked on YouTube and figured out that, you need to take the front of the car off. So I have the tools that were necessary for that. I have the tools to fix just about anything. That was an investment that I made that's paid for itself hundreds of times over. So I took the front of it off, and as I took the last part of it off and revealed the fan, lo and behold, what had actually happened is that the blade part of the fan had become completely detached from the main body. And when I examined it further, realised that a rat had actually got in to the fan, and obviously one day we started up the car while it was still in there. The fan tried to turn, trapped the rat between it and one of the spars, and literally broke the blades off. So what could have turned into hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not €1,000 to actually replace, turned out to be just a job of replacing the fan and the fan blades. And as I say, I had the tools for that, so it's not that big a deal. And it's another one of those things where, thinking ahead, having the correct tools, having the space to take the car apart, and taking a punt. You've got YouTube. Most of the time it gives you step-by-step lessons on how to do things. Taking the car apart really wasn't that difficult, and then finding the part I could find on eBay in the UK and have it sent over, and it'll be here in another 3 or 4 days, and I'll give you an update on how that goes. But while I was actually doing that, I realised that this part, which is the motor for the windscreen washer, hadn't been working for a couple of weeks. So while I had the front of the car off, you can see down here is the bottle for the windscreen washer. And while I had it off, that was completely exposed, made it easy to get to. So I replaced this as well. And this is like a €13 part on Amazon ES. And that's already arrived and is ready to be replaced. What can I say? Thinking ahead, particularly in terms of tools, the longevity of what it is that you're buying, the repairability of what you're buying, has the potential to save literally thousands of euro. And it's something that as homesteaders, as off-gridders, we really need to be thinking about all of the time. Every major purchase that we make, one of the primary questions, or a couple of the primary questions we need to be asking ourselves, is it repairable? Do I have the tools that are necessary to repair it? How long is this likely to last, and what's the replacement cost?